Every single day, your dog does something that you think you understand. But here's the terrifying truth. You probably don't. You've been reading your best friend's signals completely wrong, and it might be damaging your relationship more than you realize. I'm going to reveal the 7 most commonly misunderstood dog behaviors today. And by the end of this video, you're going to see your furry companion in a completely different light. But first, and this is important, make sure you stick around until the end because I'm going to share one behavior that most dog owners interpret as a sign of love when it might actually be your dog telling you something is seriously wrong. Dogs have been our companions for over 15,000 years. They've evolved alongside us, learning to read our emotions, understand our words, and anticipate our needs. But here's what most people don't realize. While we've become incredibly good at understanding dogs on a surface level, we've also projected so much of our human behavior onto them that we've lost sight of what they're actually trying to communicate. Today, we're going to change that. I'm going to take you through 7 behaviors that you see your dog do every single day, and I'm going to give you the real, science-backed explanation behind each one. No myths, no old wives' tales. Just the truth based on the latest research from canine behaviorists and veterinary scientists. Let's start with number 7, because this one might be the most heartbreaking misconception on our list. When your dog puts their paw on you, what do you think they're trying to say? Most of us have been conditioned to believe that our dog is showing us affection. And in some cases, you might be right. But research published in the journal Animal Cognition suggests that paw lifting can actually signal a variety of things depending on the context, and affection is only one of them. Here's what you need to understand. When your dog repeatedly puts their paw on you, especially while you're busy with something else, they're often trying to get your attention. And here's the uncomfortable truth. They might be trying to tell you that they're anxious, not that they love you. Dogs who are anxious or stressed will often seek physical contact as a way to calm themselves down. When your dog paws at you repeatedly, especially during thunderstorms, fireworks, or when guests come over, they're essentially saying, "Hey, I'm not okay. I need you to help me feel safe." Now, before you start feeling guilty, let me clarify something important. This doesn't mean your dog doesn't love you. It absolutely does. But it does mean that the next time your dog puts their paw on you, you should take a moment to assess the situation. Are there any stressors in the environment? Is your dog showing other signs of anxiety like pacing, lip licking, or whale eye? If so, your dog isn't just being affectionate, they're reaching out for help. The beautiful part? Once you understand this, you can actually respond appropriately. You can provide comfort, create a safe space, or remove whatever is causing the stress. That's the power of understanding your dog's real language. Number 6 on our list might make you rethink every time you've ever yelled at your dog for doing this. When your dog eats grass, what's really going on? You've probably heard that it means your dog has an upset stomach and is trying to make themselves vomit. And sometimes that's exactly what's happening. But it's not the whole picture. A study conducted at the University of California found that less than 10% of dogs who eat grass actually vomit afterward. That means 90% of grass-eating behavior has absolutely nothing to do with nausea or an upset stomach. So why do they do it? The truth is far more interesting than you might expect. First, dogs might eat grass simply because they like the taste and texture. Grass contains fiber, which can aid digestion, and it can also provide certain nutrients that might be missing from their diet. But here's the behavior that really blew my mind when I first learned about it. Some dogs eat grass as a form of self-medication. Researchers believe that grass can help stimulate the intestines, which might provide relief for gastrointestinal discomfort that we can't even see. And here's one more theory that's absolutely fascinating. Some canine behaviorists believe that grass eating is an instinctive behavior passed down from wild ancestors. Wolves and other wild canids have been observed eating grass in the wild, and it's believed to serve as a way to clean out parasites from the intestinal tract or to provide roughage that helps with digestion. So the next time your dog starts nibbling on your lawn, don't panic and don't yell at them. Instead, just make sure the grass hasn't been treated with pesticides or fertilizers, because those can be toxic. Your dog isn't trying to ruin your beautiful yard. They're just being a dog. This one is going to be controversial because millions of dog owners around the world believe the exact opposite of what I'm about to tell you. When your dog licks your face, you probably think they're giving you kisses. And I completely understand why you'd think that. It's the narrative we've been fed since we were children. But the reality is far more complex and, frankly, far more fascinating. According to canine behavior expert Stanley Coren, face licking in dogs is primarily a submissive behavior that stems from their earliest days as puppies. When puppies are born, their mother licks them to stimulate breathing, to clean them, and crucially, to show them affection and care. But there's another layer here. Puppies also lick their mother to show submission and to encourage her to regurgitate food for them. Yes, you heard that correctly. In the wild, mother wolves and wild dogs would hunt, eat, and then regurgitate food for their puppies when they returned from a hunt. Now, when your dog licks your face, they might be channeling that ancient instinct. They could be showing submission, essentially telling you that they see you as the leader of their pack. Or, in some cases, they might be trying to tell you that they're hungry. This is especially true if the licking is accompanied by other behaviors like leading you to their food bowl or standing near the kitchen. But here's what really matters. Excessive face licking can also be a sign of anxiety or stress. Dogs who are anxious often lick their owners' faces as a way to self-soothe. Similar to how some people bite their nails or tap their feet when they're nervous. So if your dog is constantly licking your face, especially when you're not engaging with them, take a step back and ask yourself, is my dog feeling anxious? Are there changes in the household that might be stressing them out? The bottom line is this: face licking is not simply a sign of love. It's a complex behavior that can mean many different things depending on the context. And understanding those nuances can help you respond to your dog's actual needs. We're halfway through our list, and I want to bring up a behavior that happens in almost every household with a dog, yet almost nobody understands it correctly. When your dog sleeps at the foot of your bed or lies at your feet, what does that mean to you? Most people assume it means their dog wants to be close to them, that their dog feels safest when they're near their human. And you know what? That might be true. But there's another explanation that's equally valid and far less romantic. Dogs are descended from pack animals, and even after thousands of years of domestication, their pack instincts remain strong. In a wild pack, the members sleep together for warmth, for protection, and crucially, for social bonding. When your dog chooses to sleep at your feet, they might be fulfilling that pack instinct. They're positioning themselves at a strategic location where they can be near the pack leader, that's you, while also maintaining a position that allows them to monitor the environment. But here's the behavior that really gets misinterpreted. Some dogs don't just sleep at your feet. They actually lean their entire body weight against you. Have you ever wondered why they do this? Most people assume their dog is giving them a hug, and honestly, that's the cutest explanation. And it might be partially true. But according to canine behaviorist Dr. Jill Sackman, leaning against their owners can also be a way for dogs to seek reassurance and security. Anxious dogs, in particular, will lean heavily against their favorite humans because the physical contact provides them with a sense of safety. This is one of those behaviors where the romantic interpretation and the scientific interpretation can both be true at the same time. Your dog might be showing you affection and seeking security. The key is to pay attention to the context. If your dog leans on you when they're in an unfamiliar environment or during a stressful situation, they're probably seeking comfort. If they're leaning on you during a calm, relaxed moment at home, they might just be showing you some love. Now we're getting into the behaviors that really matter, because this next one is something that almost every dog owner has experienced, and almost nobody knows what it actually means. When your dog stares at you, what are they thinking? Most people assume it means their dog is waiting for food, waiting for a command, or just looking at them with love. But research from Kyoto University suggests that there's something far more profound happening when your dog locks eyes with you. In a study published in the journal Science, researchers found that when dogs and humans gaze into each other's eyes, both species experience a surge in oxytocin, the same hormone that's responsible for bonding between mothers and their newborn babies. This is the same hormone that makes you feel that overwhelming rush of love when you look at your dog. But here's where it gets really interesting. The researchers found that this effect only occurred when the dog was looking at their owner voluntarily, not when they were forced into eye contact. This suggests that when your dog stares at you with soft, relaxed eyes, what trainers call whale eye or soft eyes, they're actually experiencing genuine bonding and affection. But not all staring is created equal. Hard, Intense staring from a dog can actually be a sign of aggression or discomfort, especially if it's accompanied by other stress signals like a stiff body posture or dilated pupils. The takeaway here is to pay attention to the quality of your dog's gaze, not just the frequency. Soft, relaxed eye contact is a beautiful thing. It means your dog trusts you completely and feels a genuine bond with you. But intense, hard staring should be respected as a warning sign that your dog is feeling threatened or uncomfortable. Almost there. Number 2 on our list is a behavior that I've seen countless dog owners absolutely gush over, not realizing that their dog might be trying to tell them something completely different. When your dog brings you their favorite toy, what do you think it means? If you said they want to play, you might be right, but you might also be completely wrong. In many cases, when a dog brings you a toy, they're not actually inviting you to play, they're offering you a gift. This behavior is deeply rooted in their pack instincts. In a wild pack, members share resources with each other, and bringing something to another member is a sign of trust and social bonding. When your dog drops that slobbery tennis ball at your feet, they might be saying, "Look, I trust you enough to share my most prized possession with you." But there's another interpretation that's equally valid. Some dogs bring toys to their owners when they're feeling anxious or stressed. The toy serves as a comfort object, and by bringing it to you, they're essentially asking you to participate in their coping mechanism. This is especially common in dogs who have separation anxiety. Here's how you can tell the difference. If your dog brings you a toy and then seems excited, playful, and energetic, they probably want to play. But if they bring you a toy and then seem subdued, anxious, or clingy, they might be seeking comfort. The context of the behavior and your dog's overall demeanor will give you all the clues you need. We've reached number 1, and I saved the most important for last. This is the behavior that I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the one that most people interpret as love, but that might actually be your dog telling you something is seriously wrong. Are you ready for this? When your dog follows you everywhere, and I mean everywhere, to the bathroom, to the kitchen, to every single room in the house, what does that mean? Most people assume it means their dog loves them and simply wants to be near them. And again, that might be completely true. But here's the darker side of that behavior that nobody wants to talk about. Excessive following can be a sign of severe anxiety, and in some cases, it can indicate that your dog is dealing with underlying health issues. Dogs who follow their owners obsessively might be experiencing what veterinarians call Velcro dog syndrome, a condition where dogs feel compelled to stay attached to their owners at all times. This can be triggered by changes in the household, traumatic experiences, or even subtle shifts in your daily routine that have stressed your dog out. Additionally, older dogs who suddenly start following their owners everywhere might be experiencing cognitive decline or vision problems that make them feel unsafe when they can't see their owner. Now, I'm not saying your dog doesn't love you. They absolutely do. But I am saying that if your dog's following behavior seems excessive or has changed suddenly, it might be worth a trip to the vet to rule out any underlying health or anxiety issues. Because here's the truth. A dog who follows you because they love you will also show many other signs of happiness and contentment. A dog who follows you because they're anxious might also show signs of stress, destructive behavior, or changes in appetite and sleep patterns. So there you have it, 7 behaviors that your dog does every single day that you probably haven't been understanding correctly. The beautiful thing about dogs is that they're constantly trying to communicate with us. They've spent thousands of years learning our language, but we haven't always done the same. Today, I hope I've given you some new insights into what your dog is really trying to tell you. If you learned something new today, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with other dog owners who might benefit from this information. And if you want more content like this, more deep dives into the fascinating world of dog behavior and psychology, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Most importantly, go give your dog an extra scratch behind the ears today. They might not be able to tell you in words how much they appreciate you trying to understand them, but trust me, they know you're trying. And that's what matters most. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep loving your 4-legged family members the best way you know how.